up, man?
What's up, dude?
How are you doing?
Good, welcome.
All right. This is my first podcast, though.
Yes, that's cool, man.
Thank you.
So, you are, what's your Instagram again? Operator Lacey or
Yeah,
Operator Lace?
operator Lace, yeah.
Okay. How'd you come up with that?
Actually, this is a long story. So at first, I started like playing Xbox on an Xbox 360 to play Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare, and so the first username was Brody Natria, which was like a weird spelling, and I didn't really like that username. So like after I switched from an Xbox 360 to Xbox like One S, or I think it was a One X,
Yeah.
whichever one the white one was. I got a name change in a new account, and it came up with Lacey Camp. So then I just started using the Lacey name like
So
all through.
it was like a suggested or something?
Yeah, it
No
was a
kidding.
suggestion. Yeah,
Okay. That's cool, man.
and I've just been using that since. You know.
Yeah, since then.
hmm
Hell yeah. So you got a nice setup there. You're in a well-lit room.
This is my mom's office.
Nice. There you go. Perfect, dude. Um, the you got a Speed QB shirt, I think. Is that a shirt there?
This isn't a Speed QB shirt on the inside. It's just a shirt with like a panda on it. This is a Hawaiian shirt. I just wear that.
Oh,
Mm.
what's that? Something sitting on your desk there that
Oh,
says
this is the Speed
oh, a
QB.
hat.
Yeah, I wear this all the time. I got my balaclava here and
Yeah.
the beanie.
Oh, okay. That's cool, man. Now, have you played where are you from and where do you play what's your home field?
So I like play in California. There's a field in Roseville, I think it is. It's at like a cross section. It's called True Aim 916.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, that's I've played at CQB City before in
Yeah.
Stockton, but I didn't really like it that much. Not a really good starting field. Maybe like later in playing, you should go to that field.
Yeah.
Because like when I first started, didn't really have anything. My M4 is actually with me right here. I had to put the other stuff back on it because the monk upper and lower, the gearbox was raising a bit, so it wasn't shooting well. So I'm
Uh,
gonna. I mean, I do prefer looks over like quality, but
yeah.
it's kind of unbearable. I need to, because whenever I had to shoot, every mag I put in, I had to position it in a special way and hold it there,
Oh God.
and it would start dry firing sometimes, and then that
Oh,
was
that sucks.
annoying.
So now you got what is that like a an M4 style? Did you HPA it?
Yeah, I put a Polar Star in it, a Polar Star Jack. You can see them right there.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool. And what's all the stickers and stuff on it?
That's just personalization.
Yeah.
Um, I like a lot of anime, so I just
Oh,
put that
let's
on it.
see it again. What do you got on there? You
All
got
right.
lace or lacy?
Yeah, I got my.
Lace, okay.
It looks backwards though, right here. I've got the number for my team. Did I mention that I don't own like a team, but I'm trying to start one up to start doing competitive playlist styles.
Oh, nice. What's your
Yeah.
team?
Cyclone 7. I have it on this side too. There's the Cyclone 7.
Oh, that's cool, dude. Okay.
And then I got Marin Kirigawa on this side of the stock, and then I have 02 on this side of the stock.
Awesome. Dude, that looks cool as hell, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And with the monk body, I'm pretty sure that the monk body, the reason why it was making the gearbox go up was the screw in the stock. It was like pushing down on it to push it up. So I think the only thing, like the only stocks that the monk bodies work for is the monk thing. It's like a little nub you put on the back to cover it.
Oh,
So I'm just gonna make a Euro build and put the
okay.
body on it.
Oh,
So
that's
that
cool.
well, Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Speaking of
Yeah, you talk.
speaking of Monk, that is I just talked with I think it was like 2 nights ago, 3 nights ago. I talked with Baby Goat, Taco's Baby Goat, who is he is he's working with Monk. Actually, he started his own business with Monk Customs for the U.S. So Monk wanted to bring, I didn't know if you know this, but you've heard of NSL, right? The NSL
Yeah. Oh,
tournaments.
yes. Yeah, I've heard of
Yeah,
NSL. They follow me for some
yeah,
reason.
and then so Monk is actually the one over there that started NSL, and he's bringing, it's coming over to America, or it came to America already. They got their first tournament next weekend, but so Taco's Baby Goat is his call sign's Baby Goat.
Oh
He
yeah, talk.
is yeah, yeah. He's the he's working with Monk to bring all that, NSL stuff over here. So anyway, so I talked with him a couple days ago and heard a lot about the Monk custom stuff and how all that started and everything. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, so they're going to be setting up a whole bunch of stuff here in America for Monk Customs as well. For parts and all that kind of stuff.
That should be good because then, well, actually, it does. They ship fast regardless.
Right.
I bought the monk body and it shipped in 2 days.
Dude, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
I
So
thought it wasn't going to come in time, but I mean, it came quicker than I expected it to. So,
now how did you start out in airsoft? How did you get into it? Did you play paintball before at all?
no, I started airsoft because I watched I think I watched Sorry, my bad. Kicking Mustang and Swamp Sniper for like a
Yeah.
long time. Swamp Sniper's like zombie event videos. I
Yes.
watched those, and I thought that's how it all would be. And then I was like, oh yeah, why don't I just go to my first game, whatever, to go to CQB City. My dad takes me. I have the M4, not this one. This is the body of the M4 I used though. It was just a stock classic Army M4. I
Yeah.
used that, had a big dual drum mag with it that had a electric thing to feed BBs in.
Yeah.
Didn't work too well. It was from Amazon. Um, I used that. I didn't do good. I'm gonna be honest. And then there's this dude. This like there was like this old white dude I was playing, and he was like hella mad. He like pushed me out of the way, and like he was like move the fuck out of the way, and he runs through.
What?
Yeah, and I'm like 12, 11, 12 at this time, and
Yeah.
he shoves me out of the way and runs through the building, and he gets just lit up, and he blames it on me, and I'm like what?
Oh, it's so weird, man. I've heard these stories before, and it's so weird to me how older like adults that are playing like this, that act like they're 10 years old on the field.
Speaking of 10 years old, yesterday at the field there was me and my friends were playing, and we were just like fucking with these dudes. We weren't like shooting them or anything, but we were like aiming at them. We weren't shooting them. We were like, you did it, and fucking not like stuff that's not gonna hurt anyone. And then the second the match starts, we're running around a corner. I get out before, so I'm walking back, but then I hear full autoing, and then so I'm walking back. It was a Milsim day. I'm walking back, and my friend's just standing there with like there's two dudes like full autoing him, and my friend's just sitting there taking it like a champ, and then my other friend comes in and starts full autoing the other two, and one of the other ones they're like flinching because and like trying to protect their head, and I'm like, if you can't take full auto, then don't full auto other people.
Right. For sure.
And I post that stuff online. I have beef at my field sometimes too. I have two videos up on my Instagram. The edgy panda watchers are shit talking me on it, and I don't really care because they're not coming back anytime soon.
Yeah.
They also
Oh,
got
that's
kicked from the field, and full auto is no longer allowed. So
Gotcha.
it's a criminal offense now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. I mean, there's two things for sure that, well, one thing for sure that I've noticed with these stories in airsoft is uh, the not call your hit. When people don't call their hits, that's where it usually starts, like the all the bullshit, and then it ends most of the time, or maybe in the middle, it goes from you didn't call your hit, you didn't call your hit, or whatever, and then it goes to full auto, right? Everyone just flips to full auto, and then it goes to. I just saw a video a couple days ago where a guy indoor field, they're full auto each other. He must have run out of BBs. He takes the barrel of it, he grabs his gun by the barrel and tries to swing it like a bat at this dude. And I'm like,
Oh, is it? I've seen that video. He just
uh-huh.
has his gun, like, hits the dude, and it falls completely apart.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that video. That's an old one. And speaking of people not calling their hits, I was playing yesterday. This dude was like running through, shot him like because my gun has a pretty like look at this. Hold on, let me put it on 70.
Oh my
It
God.
has like no trigger pull.
Bro.
You can
You
tune those
sneeze
things.
and that thing's going off. Okay.
Yeah, I can shoot like 7 BBs a second with that thing. Um, and full auto is on 50 rounds per second, but I can't use that. I just have that for fun. And my mags can only feed 50. So, and
Gotcha.
basically, I shot this dude like I don't know 7, 8, 9 times in the back of the legs.
Yeah.
Kept running. I talked to him after this, and I'll tell you what he said after this. I shot him like in the legs, like a couple, I don't know, a lot. And then I'm running through, and I still see him aiming at someone and running through, and I'm like, okay, he's not calling, so I just keep shooting him, and until he eventually puts his hand up, and then I run through, and his friend, which I have a lot of beef with, came through, and like even I don't know if he was out or not, but he shot me like in the back of legs, and I like called my hand. He was like, "Oh, don't shoot!" And the dude's name is Danny, not Aiden, but Danny, and he's like, "Don't shoot Danny," and I'm like, "Okay, then he should like put his hand up after he's hit, maybe."
Yeah.
And then I was talking to the Danny dude after, who's like trying to be a little bit of a bitch and shit talk, and I was talking to him after that, and basically what he said was he was chasing someone down who wasn't calling their hits, and but I was like, I shot you before, and you still kept running and aiming without your hand up, and I was like, next time just put your hand up, and I won't shoot you another 30 times.
Right.
And then he was like, I can see that, but I was still chasing a dude down. I'm like, okay, tell a ref instead. Don't chase somebody down. And he's like, I did that. And I'm like, you obviously didn't. I have video proof.
Oh, that's funny.
And
So
then
do you
there's
wear a
another.
GoPro? Do you wear a
Uh,
GoPro when you play?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And there's another time I got 7 BBs in before he shot me, and then the refs overlooked it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, both of you are in trouble, I guess." And I'm like, "What?" I got 7 BBs in before he shot me, and then I don't know if he was trying to or not, but he gets like all mad and stuff that I keep playing because I know I got 7 BBs in before. I still have the recording; it's
Yeah.
on my account. But he comes over and gets all mad and starts shooting me in the forehead, and I still have the welts from that, but I don't.
Oh shit.
The forehead shots don't hurt. I've been shot in the neck a ton of times. It doesn't hurt that bad.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know if he did this on purpose or not. It seemed on purpose, but he put his gun barrel like straight up to my head, and it felt like he was trying to pull my mask down.
Oh
And
shit.
I still have some markings on the in between of my eyebrows.
Yeah.
So at the time, I thought he was trying to, because my eyes were just peeking from the mask. So I pulled that shit up as quick as I could, because I'm not trying to get blinded. So I
Right.
don't know if he was trying to shoot my eyes or something.
So
But
he put the gun
regard,
right up on your like point
regardless,
blank.
he still put his barrel up to my forehead and pulled down.
And then did he shoot?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
3 times. And I'm like, bro, I didn't say it at the time, but I'm like, bro, my mask is literally down, and you're still shooting. It
He's
was like
fucked.
just peeking my eyeballs, like right about like in between.
That is messed up, dude. Damn. Okay.
I mean, I'd like to play without people bitching and complaining, but
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Jesus. So this is it. So when you put up videos of that, you said, does the field get kind of mad about it? You said.
I wouldn't say the field gets mad about it, but the people who literally are cheating are the ones who
Oh,
report my videos. I'm like, what? And
yeah.
I'm keeping my videos up because I feel I'm not getting in trouble because I know that they weren't calling their heads.
Right.
And then the dude, the Saul dude or the Danny dude, he was like talking to he was like, "Oh, I talked to Mario. He said I was in the right." I'm like, "Right by what?" And like, I'm trying to go to sleep. It was like at 11 last night. I'm like, I'm trying to go to sleep. Can we just like shut up? And he was like, "Okay, I'll stop talking about you if you take your videos down." And I'm like, "No,
No.
I'm not getting rid of clear evidence that you were cheating."
That's no, dude. If you don't want video up of you cheating, then don't fucking cheat. How about that?
Exactly. And
Jesus.
and I like made fun of him for it on my page. I was like doing those like edits where they'll probably see. They've already seen it. If you check my account, it'll show the two videos on my Instagram. Because TikTok like complaining about bro. I posted it on TikTok, but it got flagged for sexual abuse, and I'm like, what? I shot him and called him a fat ass. How is that sexual abuse?
I was gonna say maybe somebody said something in there that was like I don't know what could be, when you're shit talking, what could be
The only thing said in that video, the one where it was the second one that I posted. I shot the dude like without him calling hits, and then the Aiden dude comes in and shoots me. He's like, "Don't shoot Danny," and I call him. I'm like, I'm mad at the point. Like, I've had enough bullshit today. They've
right.
been cheating the entire day. I literally have screenshots of them saying they weren't going to call my hits anyways.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, and somehow they're not in trouble. But I mean, yeah.
That is wild.
Um,
You said you
basic.
had it on your Instagram?
Um, yeah. And then the kids who were full autoing people are in the chat, just like shit talking.
I was trying to find you. I don't think we didn't chat on Instagram, did we?
No,
We
didn't.
we talked through Discord.
Yeah, I'm on
Um,
Discord most of the time.
yeah.
My main platforms are Discord and TikTok. I just post on Instagram if it doesn't let me post it on TikTok.
Yeah, I've heard that that's pretty common that TikTok doesn't allow a whole lot of gun stuff or whatever, like airsoft stuff or whatever,
Yeah, they let a lot of my airsoft stuff, but
Mhm.
sometimes it's like, oh, this seems a bit violent. I'm like, what seems violent? They're still standing, are they? In my opinion, they shouldn't have a bot review them.
Well,
Review for
they kind of have to because people would
what?
upload
Yeah,
some crazy stupid shit, man. Like,
yeah, true.
you
Like,
know,
but then, like, when people appeal videos that aren't like bad, sometimes I still have a bot recheck it, and the bot is like, oh,
same
and
answer.
because the video I just posted that was flagged, I appealed it, tried to appeal it, and then a bot reviewed it again, and just rebanned it. I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, I shot this. If it was a real gun, he would be lying on the floor bleeding after the
Yeah.
first shot.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm not sure if it's they just don't want to promote any kind of gun thing on there because I'm thinking like Nerf guns, like what do they like do they just ban all that stuff usually?
You don't
Nerf
ban
guns,
Nerf gun
gel
stuff. I've seen
blasters,
a couple Nerf guns things
yeah,
before. They don't ban
paintball. I don't know.
paintball. They don't ban paintball. They know what they can. The bot can tell what a paintball gun is, but they can't really
Gotcha.
tell what this is.
Because they look kind of real, I guess, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, did you have any other hobbies before you started airsoft? Or do you have any other hobbies?
Um, I kind of just play games all day. I play Call of Duty. I play Fortnite. I play Minecraft and stuff.
Yeah.
I occasionally go out with my mom's boyfriend to car shows sometimes.
Oh, nice. Are
Yeah,
you
but
into cars?
Um, I'd like to be, but it's kind of hard to focus on like a lot of parts stuff with cars, and then there's all the parts stuff with
Yeah.
airs.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, cars are expensive. I mean, I know airsoft is expensive as well. But I was talking to this guy a couple weeks ago, and he likes riding sport bike. He's got a really nice sport bike, and he's like, I got into airsoft, and people are talking like, oh, it's so expensive. He's like, compared to this motorcycle, no, it's not. He goes, I could put $500 into the motorcycle. It's not really going to do that much. I put $500 into airsoft. It does a lot, but yeah, cars same way. Car parts aren't cheap. Cars are not cheap.
Yeah.
Do you like sports cars? Like when you guys go to a car show, what is it like the old classic stuff or the newer?
Newer, yeah. My favorite car by far is Mazda RX-7. I like the look of it. I like how like it's like really like short. It's not like
Yeah,
a small hood and then like a big lump. It's just like a long hood and then a small lump to the
yeah.
back. I like those types of cars.
Hmm.
And it has a unique engine, so
Right. So you've seen the Fast and Furious movies?
I've seen I think one, two, and three, and seven, I think.
Nice. Yeah, those are good.
I've only seen a couple. I don't remember anything from them though.
Except the cars.
The only car I remember is like the Mustang or whatever it was.
Okay.
I'm not I don't I'm not really good with like car names and stuff, so if I look at a car I'm gonna be like, what is this?
Yeah, I'm not either.
There's only a couple cars that I can be like, oh, that's this. But then
Yeah.
there's ones that I'm like, what? What is that?
Are you from California? You grew up there where you're at?
Yeah.
You like it out there?
Um, yeah, I do like it out here. It does get occasionally really hot sometimes, but that's not compared to Texas at all. I haven't been to Texas, but I know it's hot out there.
Right.
Yeah, I like it out here. I wouldn't like to move, but things are getting like really bad out here. So,
Mm.
like gas prices, a
Yeah,
lot of
dude.
stuff.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. So we might be moving to Florida,
Oh, okay.
but if things get better, I won't be moving to Florida.
Gotcha. Now, do you at your school, your friends from school, do any of them play airsoft with you?
Actually, my friend Gage, he should be going today. He barely ever plays. He's played like two times in his life, I think. But he said he was probably going today, and I'm just excited to shoot him. uh, for my friends from school, no, I don't have any friends from school that play.
I gotcha. Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. So, when did you guys decide to start a team?
I decided to start a team when I some of my friends started actually getting pretty good at the game. So I was like, hey, what if we could like start a team, get better, enter the tournaments here or whatever when they come
Yeah.
in, and then we could try it out, see what it's like, adapt to their play style. And they're like, yeah, sure.
Now, these are friends that you met at the field, like while playing and stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Isn't so you said you play at True Aim? Isn't that who runs that field? Is it Caber?
Yeah, Caber runs the field.
Yeah. See, I've seen him. I haven't talked to him yet on here, but I've seen him on a podcast. The first time I heard about him and heard about True Aim was on a airsoft podcast called the Task Force Podcast,
Yeah.
and yeah, and he was on there a couple times. But I forgot that. I don't know why I was thinking that he and his field were in Texas or something like that. I didn't realize they were in California. So yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah, his field's a great field, but sometimes I feel like the refs favorite people a bit.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people think that. Now, I don't know if Caber favorites people. I couldn't really care less, but sometimes it can affect stuff. Like it's really important for a ref to be unbiased. Like Caber says, to be unbiased. But the dude I'm talking about that was like cheating hell, Danny. He's the brother of a friend of Caber. So that's why I feel like he's not going to get in trouble, which I think is extremely unfair.
Right,
Because
right.
so the thing is, someone photoshopped me. It was clearly photoshopped. You could see splotches. It's really easy to make someone say anything on the platform. I photoshopped my friend saying like a word. It wasn't a bad word, but I photoshopped him saying something. He's like, "Damn, that's really accurate and shit." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's extremely easy." And from the True Aim chat, someone photoshopped me saying the N word, and I'm like, I'm not too happy with this. So I try to
Yeah.
like talk to the refs, and the refs are believing them, and I'm like, it's so easy to do this. I could literally make you say it too,
Uh-huh.
and then then I just get banned for like 2 months, and I'm like, okay, and then. But I'm like, hey, this the Danny dude one more time. I have screenshots of him like writing the N word backwards in like different languages, and then like posting memes about like racially motivated stuff, and sometimes, and I'm like, hey, he said this too, and guess what? He gets a ban for a day,
Holy shit.
and then the dude starts shit talking me on the Discord chat, and I just talk back a bit, even though they started it, and
Right.
then they ban me, and then they don't ban the other people,
Mm.
which is
Yeah,
confusing.
this is one of the probably the most common thing I've heard. One of the most common things I've heard about refs is how unfair they are at the favoritism, whatever, at the field that they're at. And I think it makes sense. I mean, it's not right, but I can understand how it gets to this point because the refs they're not usually picked from like somewhere outside of that field. Usually a ref becomes a ref at that field because they're a player. They go there all the time, they play all the time, they're at that field all the time. And then uh, one of the most common stories I've heard is they're always going, they're always playing. The field owner sees them all the time, and then one day is like, "Hey, we got more people here than we usually do. We don't have enough refs. Would you like to fill in?" That kind of thing. Or
Yeah.
somebody can't show up. One of the refs is not here today. Can you fill in? And they already know the field. They know the rules. They know how to play. So they just start doing that. Well, when somebody goes to that field all the time and is playing there all the time, of course they make friends just like you did. So they see all these the same people all the time. They're friends playing, and so now they're a ref and they're going, oh yeah, I'll look the other way. Yeah, yeah, I'm not going to call him out. That kind of thing. So I think it is definitely a real issue.
Yeah, Caber definitely doesn't do that though.
Right. Yeah, I mean
Um,
it's hard for a field owner to monitor all of the shit that goes on in the field, every weekend.
yeah,
Now, do you play every weekend or?
yeah. I try to play every weekend. I accidentally busted up the safety on my gun. I had safety on it before, but now I feel like it's better to not have the safety on it because sometimes I accidentally switch to full auto sometimes.
Right.
So it's probably better to just have it on
So it's
its.
just locked at semi-auto.
Yeah, it's locked on a semi.
That's kind
It's
of cool.
not
I mean,
locked on semi, but safe is semi and semi is semi.
gotcha. Yeah, the one of the guys, one of our friends actually that lives close to us, he's been in a couple videos on our YouTube channel. He built a Kythera. He brought it over, or he did a Kythera build, and he brought it over and went over a whole parts list. Like we made a video on it where he was explaining, what he did with this, what kind of parts he used for that, the trigger, all this kind of stuff. And that was the same thing. When he put it all together, the selector switch wouldn't work right with the trigger thing he put in. So he was like, it's whatever, it's locked on semi. So it's no big deal. Um, it worked fine.
That's good. Trying to find out a topic for my brain I could bring up.
Oh yeah, you messaged me and said you had a bunch of. What did you say on the?
Oh yeah, the stories was the full autoing stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's funny.
I used we moved houses a lot too here. My parents are divorced, two sides of the family basically. I kind of like that. It means two Christmases and everything and stuff. I like that. I'm not one of those kids that like cries about their parents being divorced. I'm like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, how could you not like this? But we moved houses a lot in my other family. We moved houses from this like big two-story house because it was they're like, hey, we're still paying for this house. Why don't we just sell this house and fully pay for this house?
Yeah.
But and I was like, eh. And then we moved to that house, and then just stayed the same. And then with this house, we were at a smaller house before, and we just wanted to move because it wasn't really in a good area. We didn't
Mm.
like it. The neighbors were asshats.
Yeah.
I liked two of my neighbors. There's an old lady across from us that would always bitch and complain about the pets.
Nice.
I used to have a shitload of guns, but I sold most of them because my friend taught me something. He was like, buy more, cry more. Like you buy this thing that's you're never gonna use, and then you see this other thing, and you're like, oh, this would go good with this, but oh, unfortunately, I bought this, so that's too bad.
Right. Yeah, there's also that saying, the buy once, cry once. So you spend a lot of money up front on like a good gun or something like that, and then but you won't have to, keep buying that, buying stuff because the gun will last a long time. I
Yeah,
talked to this dude the other day. He said, so he pulls out this gun, he's showing it. He's like, yeah, I got this one from custom built from Umbrella Armory, and he's like, yeah, it's like $2,000, and he keeps talking, and I go, well, hold on, wait, what? $2,000 for that gun, for airsoft gun? He's like, well, yeah, but it's gonna last forever. Like it's, he goes, my buddy has one. He's been running it for 6 years. Well, he's had it for longer than that, but he's running it for 6 years before it broke. The motor went out, and that's all he had to do is put a new motor in there, and now it's all good. And I said, that's pretty impressive, because a lot of times, most people I've talked with, they're even some of their nicer guns that they put a lot of money into, they they'll last maybe a year or something like that, and they break. They have to replace some parts in there, and it seems like every, I don't know, 6 months or to a year, somebody's having to fix something on their guns. The speed softers I talk to, they a lot of them run high kappas, and they're
yeah,
like, oh yeah,
yeah, a
high
lot.
kappas are awesome, but it's always broke. I'm like, what? What?
Yeah, they mine doesn't even work.
Oh, you have one too?
Yeah, I just kind of have it for looks now. I kind of bought it because I wanted to use it in games, but it doesn't work for some reason. So I
Oh,
just don't use it.
Jesus. Yeah, that's wild. So what do you got? So when you guys forming your team, how many people do you have on your team so far? Like when you're
Five
forming?
right now, but we're looking for two more, and I have those two dudes that got full autoed. We want to try to get them on because they're
Gotcha.
really fucking good.
You should get the other two guys that were bitching about you, uh, Danny or whatever. Get those guys on your team.
Nah, I don't want that. I'll go against them gladly, but they're probably just gonna cheat it out.
That's what I'm saying. At least you won't be shooting against them. Have them cheat.
They
But you don't
would.
want cheaters on
They
your
would.
team, I know.
Yeah, I don't want to run a team with people I don't like
For
or
real,
people
bro.
to talk with.
Now, any of those guys that you met at the field, are they local? Do they go to the same school as you or anything
Uh,
like that?
Not that I know of.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't really know of anyone that goes there that goes to my school.
gotcha.
Actually, I do know one kid who was the I used to be friends with this dude named Kid Reaper, but now he just hates me. But we really don't pay attention to each other anymore. He's all the way out in Florida now, so I don't really care.
Gotcha.
But he has a brother named Brandon or Brendan or whatever. He occasionally acts like an ass in school when he sees me or something, but I don't really pay attention to it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I
There's-
was thinking, like when you go to the field and you play, especially if you have a team, and then then you go back to school and see them all there, and they're all talking shit, at school too. At least you have a break where you're not, it's not following you constantly or whatever.
Yeah, the Saul, not Saul, sorry, the Danny dude. His Discord name is Saul or whatever. The Danny dude. He said he wanted to fight, and I'm like, okay, do it at the field then. He's like, okay, and I'm like, if he does it, he's just gonna get banned. So win-win.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
I'm just gonna stand there. If you fight me, I'm just gonna stand there. I'm not gonna do anything because I still
Right.
want to play.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of these guys getting banned from these fields and then trying to like sneak in, you know, like come back to the field with
Yeah,
like
and stuff.
yeah. Yeah, it's funny.
It's pretty hard to do that because you have the same face as before. It's not
Yeah.
like you're not just gonna keep your mask on the entire time. That's hell.
Hell yeah. Now do you run a dye mask?
Yeah, I run a die i5.
Nice. Have you
It
seen the custom paint jobs that for those masks by Rogue Customs?
Road Customs actually, yes. My friend Larry runs a Road Custom. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Those things are badass, man. I talked with him on the podcast a long time ago, and he was showing off a lot of the different masks, and he does, he paints guns too. They look badass. He's got the. Have you seen the one that like glows in the dark? It's
Um,
called Black Ice, I think.
does it have like splatter on it that glows in the dark?
Uh huh.
Yeah. Same with my Monk Customs upper and lower. The pink on it, when put in blue light, it glows in the dark.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
It's not too
Yeah, dude.
special. But I won't be playing night games with it.
Right.
Yeah. My
Awesome,
barrel's
man.
wiggly right now, so
What
it's,
is
it's
it?
my barrel's a bit wiggly right now, so I'm gonna have to fix that later before I
Yeah.
leave. Yeah,
I was gonna say, are you're going to play today, right?
yeah, my friends are going today, so
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, because when we were setting this up, you were like, "Yeah, I can go before." I think wasn't it? Wasn't yours the one that when we set it up originally, you
it
were
was supposed to be start at 6 in my time. Yeah.
yeah. So I fixed that, by the way, on my website as far as the calendar thing. It I didn't realize that it was that I was able to make it show your local time, right? When if somebody's looking at it from a different time zone, looking at the calendar, I didn't realize that all I had to do is change the settings in there to where now it'll show when you go back on there, it'll show your local time for the calendar. So it helps, it fixed the problem. But originally when you set it up, yeah, you messaged me and it was like, hey, 9 o'clock because you wanted to go play today. And I was like, well, that's my 9 o'clock Eastern time. I said, are you Eastern time? You're like, no, I'm on the West Coast. Shit, what time is that? I was like, bro,
Yeah.
you're gonna be 6 in the morning, be tired as fuck.
I've woke up at like 5 or 4 sometimes and
Yeah,
just like roamed around doing nothing. There's only been one time where I wasn't tired when I woke up at 6 before.
yeah, I gotcha.
But
Well,
then you're
listen,
like,
man, it's been awesome talking with you. I'm glad we got to hook up on here and and get to know
yeah,
your team getting started and everything. Yeah, it's cool.
yeah, it's great talking with you too. I
Thanks,
really,
dude.
you're welcome.
Yeah, well, I look forward to we'll have to do it again, have you on here again, like in towards the end of the year or something, see how your team's going and see how your airsoft stuff's going.
Yeah, it should
Awesome,
be probably built up by the end of the year. So,
awesome, dude. Well, I
all right,
appreciate you, brother.
all right, appreciate you too. Have a good day.